Hi, in this video, we'll learn how to leverage NI's latest gRPC offering to control NI's instrumentation through a remote interface on multiple platforms. First, go to NI's GitHub repository and search for gRPC device. Now, this repository contains the source code, releases, instructions and examples to control NI instrumentation through gRPC API that mirrors NI's existing C driver API. You can also leverage the wiki for detailed instructions on creating and running your applications. In this section of the video, let us see how to set up and run NI gRPC device server. You could also refer to this section of our wiki. I have a PXI system with a Windows 10 controller, which I'd like to set up as my server. You could also choose other devices and OSs which the driver supports. I'm building a simple application using NIDCPAR. Hence, I have installed NIDCPAR driver on this machine, and I also have a DCPAR module plugged into this PXI chassis. You need to install the driver which your application needs. Next, you need to download NI gRPC device server from our repo and run it on your server machine. You need to navigate to releases, click on the latest available release. Based on your operating system of your server, click on the server zip file in order to download it. Next, you can extract it. Run the NI gRPC device server application. You can see the console showing the message that the server is ready. Note down the port number to use it while running the client application. In this section of the video, let us see how to set up and run a gRPC client using Python. You could also refer to creating a gRPC client section of the wiki. You could refer to the gRPC website to create client applications in other languages which gRPC supports. I have chosen Linux OpenSUSE virtual machine as my client machine. You could choose any other OS that gRPC supports. You could either use a virtual machine or a physical machine as your client. Note that I have not installed any NI drivers on my client machine. I have only installed Python since I'll be developing my application in Python. Next, you need to install gRPC IO tools. I will use the command which is also present in our wiki to install gRPC IO tools. Next, you need to download proto files and examples from our repository. You need to click on Releases, click on the latest release, scroll down and click on the client zip file in order to download it. And then you can extract it. So you can see two directories named examples and proto. Now you need to run these two Python commands in order to generate support files for gRPC session and the driver of your choice. Now you can see the support files being generated in the home directory. I need to copy these support files into my DCPAR example directory. Now you're all set to perform remote calls into NI driver API using gRPC. In this section of the video, let us see how to run a simple DCPAR example provided by NI. Open the command window from the directory containing the DCPAR example. Run your example by passing in as parameters the IP address of the server and also the port number of the gRPC server, which you noted down when you ran the server application. This would be the default port number in case you haven't explicitly changed it. Now you can see the continuous measurement on this graph. Currently, this example creates a simulated NI-DC power device. But if you have an actual device connected to your server, you can pass in the resource name as an additional parameter to the same example. Now you can see the measurement happening on the actual device. In this section of the video, let us briefly go over an example Python code. We first import the required libraries and then set some of the default parameters like the server address, port number, and session name. We then set the simulation parameters and also the parameters required by the DC power device. And then we establish connection with the gRPC server. Later, we call the gRPC DC power functions. As you can see here, each gRPC function accepts a request and a response protobuf message, where the fields of the request corresponds to the input parameters of the corresponding C function, and the fields of the response message corresponds to the return value and the output parameters in the C function. The initialization functions can accept an additional session name as a parameter, which can be used to enable multiple clients to share a single session to a device. You can refer to the session utilities and the corresponding examples for more details. You can modify these examples and build your own applications following a similar coding pattern. Thank you.